Today I've come to Rhossili, which is home to the majestic Gower Ponies. What makes Rhossili so unique is the setting. Being surrounded by dramatic cliffs and imposing hills provides an incredible backdrop to the area. So in this video I want to show you the shots that you can expect when you visit and the camera techniques that you can use to make your photos even more amazing. As soon as you arrive in Rhossili, there is one thing that is immediately clear about the Gower Ponies. That is that they have the most beautiful long manes.
And this wind, as much as it's a pain to me, to them it just looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like a full, Tresemme advert. Stunning, really. I didn't expect to see little ones as well, actually. So I think the plan now is try and get some more photos of them, try to freeze the action of the wind going through the hair. I also really want to get some slow motion shots as well. Really worth the trip already. Let's keep going. The horses have moved up. I'm getting this beautiful light casting down onto them. I just start here. Hopefully get that as background. Nice haloing effect with the horses.
Plus, there are lots of gorse bushes everywhere to use as foreground to block any distracting elements in the frame, such as the paths. When shooting into the sun on a morning like this, I like to try and underexpose my shots, as I know I can recover the detail in the shadow far more easily than I can recover the details in the highlights. Now, the horses are generally used to the public, but you should still keep your distance and they'll go about their normal routine. Can you get great photos at a distance? Yes, and actually the bigger distance can make the mountain seem even larger.
It's all to do with the zoom and the lens that you're going to use. If I use a wide lens, then it will look like this, and the mountains generally will be quite small in the background. You'd have to get really, really close to the horses for them to even be big in the frame. Whereas if you actually take a step back and use a zoom lens, it will end up looking like this. Both of these are taken on my phone, so obviously different in quality right there. But yeah, you'll see the difference of very far away mountains versus very, very close. Completely changes the composition, so think about the zoom length that you want to use. It really helps to incorporate all this fantastic landscape. You don't always have to really shoot wide, go for some zooms and get that compression in.
By now you'll have noticed that the horses spend much of their time grazing.
So whilst they're grazing like this, it's a good opportunity to get lots of different shots, loads of different animals, most facing us, some are not, lots of different variety. Especially with the amount of undulation of the ground, it all looks very different, all the different backgrounds. So it's possible to get lots of different shots in a very short period of time.
We can also change the mood of the photo through how we edit them. I particularly enjoyed going for a black and white edit and pumping up the contrast to enhance the mood of a fantastic morning.
They're all settling down for the rest of the day. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more wildlife tips, press this video here and I'll catch you in the next one.